What's a red flag in a client call?
The most common red flag in a client call is somebody who asks for something quick or something cheap. To me and my team, that's usually a clear indication that this person does not value the strategy or the process that it takes for us to achieve results. The key selling point for our design firm is that we develop sites that get results. So if somebody is asking for something quick or something cheap, to us it's a indication that this is just another thing they want to tick off their to-do
Their
list or
bucket
something.
list.
Exactly. So if somebody's asking for that, it's always a red flag. And we've been doing this for quite a while now. It's our fifth year,
Mhm.
and we've had horrible experiences with such clients. Whenever somebody asks for something cheap, they always want the actual results of what you can deliver, but they're not willing to pay for it. And we try to avoid them. In earlier years, we had a lot of friction with clients because we would have somebody asking for something cheap or quick, but then when you give them the cheap or quick that they paid for, they want true results, yet they don't want to adjust their budget. Or yeah, and it's always a difficult thing for both us and for the client. So we try to work with people who fit our standards, people who understand the strategy and what it takes to achieve results.
How do you stay creative when clients are unclear?
So a key part of our process is creativity. With my background in computer science, I have the fundamental understandings of software design, the software development process, data analytics, but then I try to blend that in with my artistic side where we bring visions to life. And the way we stay creative is through asking a lot of questions. It's important for us to understand what your business does and what problem are you solving for your clients. And then if you don't truly understand what your clients want or what the expectations are, we then go out to the field and do the user research. And we understand what exactly your clients care about, what kind of marketing will work well for them, what kind of messaging, and then we develop a storytelling and user personas that are going to resonate with your audience. That is key. So I'd say it's about asking a lot of questions. If you don't understand anything, just ask a lot of questions until you get clarity on what exactly you're supposed to be doing.
So brings us to the next question.
Yes.
How do you identify your ideal clients?
Uh, there are a lot of ways I would define an ideal client. However, on the design side of things, to me, an ideal client is somebody who, uh, to me, an ideal client is somebody who cares about their customers, somebody who understands the strategy or the processes, or who's willing to learn that, because we tend to have a lot of people who don't yet know, or maybe they have a slight idea, but then through a lot of consultations, well, we help them understand exactly what to expect and how everything works in our industry and in the digital marketing space. So the ideal client is somebody who has clarity on what they want, or who's willing to figure out the clarity with support from us. Somebody who cares about their clients, because at the end of the day, it's all about satisfying their clients' needs. And for us, we help them achieve that and bring their visions to life.
I'm sure you deal with a lot of clients who don't understand your work.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
So clients who don't understand my work, would that be from the angle of what to expect or what exactly we do or the benefits of that?
In comparison to maybe what they have seen or expect?
Ah, so with that, yeah, it happens. And for my business, I believe that we target a lot of high ticket clients and clients who they have an understanding of how their business works, but they are looking for somebody to help them scale up. So for the clients who don't understand our work, we help them understand it through a lot of proof, we show them evidence of what we've done before. And the key thing that I've seen with a lot of clients is that they always want to know that you understand what you're talking about. And through our consultations, we have clients asking a lot of questions, and that I believe helps build trust. So if a client doesn't understand our work, We are open to give information. We'll answer any of their questions, and we show them what we've done for others before. But then this also depends on whether or not they would eventually want to work with us. But we are always free to give recommendations on what's the appropriate thing for them to do. An example of this is a lot of times we have starting businesses that come to us and somebody is not generating sufficient revenue, but they want a website. And a lot of times, me and my team would strongly advise them against that because a website is an asset. And like any asset, such as if you had a restaurant, there are going to be recurring costs. Sure, the website or the restaurant is going to make you money, but if you don't pay attention to how much you're going to be putting in versus what you expect in return, it's going to be literally throwing money down the drain, and we wouldn't recommend that. So we help clients understand what exactly is the perfect strategy for them because fortunately we've had to work with several clients over the last 5 years. We have several clients on retainers, and with these clients we have a lot of data to work with, and we've seen a lot of things that don't work, what works. We're able to give recommendations and offer more information.
Um, what what should clients understand about long-term digital marketing?
Long-term digital marketing is about building longevity, and with a lot of clients, uh, we want to look at and understand for sure that what got you to making 500,000 shillings in revenue monthly is not the same thing that's going to get you to a million, and it's not the same thing that's going to get you beyond the 3 million shillings mark. So when somebody's trying to scale up past the 3 million shillings mark monthly revenue, they want to approach digital marketing more from an angle of trying to build a brand. You find that as you're going beyond that mark, you're getting into an industry where things are dealt with a lot differently. You have brands in that space, and for you as well, you don't want to approach long-term digital marketing as just writing blog posts. You want to have brand searches. You're of course running ads, but you want to complement the ads with something that is going to be beneficial long term. And another example that we help our clients understand is that when you look at long-term digital marketing, especially on the SEO side of things, which is part of our services, or YouTube, you could make a video today on YouTube. It may not get much views, but then 3 years from now, or 4 years from now, 6 years from now, you'll still be getting views on that video and still generating revenue from it. And the same thing applies to long-term digital marketing on the website side of things. If you have a service page today and it's well optimized, this service page could still generate money for you. And we've seen this happen so many times with so many clients several years into the future. For example, we have one client within Nairobi, it's a service based business. I'm not going to disclose the specifics, but they have an average client value of uh, the client value ranges from 20,000 shillings to about a million shillings. But the average client spend is 120,000 shillings. And with this company, we started working with them in 2021. At that point, they didn't have any idea of what exactly they were doing, but the other marketing was working for them. However, on the digital side of things, they had a website, but it wasn't getting any results. They're getting a few clicks here and there, but no real traction, and it was costing them money. But then they got in touch with us, and we helped them develop a strategy. And we have pages today that they still call about. And as recently as 2 weeks ago, I got a call from them, and they're still grateful because there's certain work that we did in 2022 which is still generating revenue today. And that's what people want to think of when it comes to digital marketing. It's like farming. You're going to plant the seed today, but you have to wait to see the results. But then when the results start bearing fruits, you're going to be reaping forever.
So patience, process, and
Patience, process, and importantly, you want to have a strategic partner who's going to, you want to take out the guesswork. You want to have data driven decision making and a lot of data to back that up, which proves exactly what you're going to get out of this.
have you ever fired a client?
Oh, okay,
And
that's a
what did that teach you?
firing a client.
Mm-hmm.
Firing a client. Yeah, that's a very yeah, that's a hard question. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I haven't experienced that. However,
Mm-hmm.
I have had terrible experiences. Of course, when you're starting out and you're
Mm-hmm.
building a team,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to have negative experiences. But I try to only focus on the now
Positive.
and look towards the future. So anything that happens in the
Mm-hmm.
past, to me, it's the past. So just it helps me understand what exactly I'm going to do moving forward. Now, on the side of firing a client, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say no.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still have some experience with negative experiences with clients, but I think it mostly stemmed from me not understanding what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
and not having a solid team. Because at first, when you're starting out, when you're still fresh in the industry and
Mm-hmm.
you're looking to gain experience,
Yeah.
you find
Sure.
yourself being driven towards wanting to take up any job that you can get.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that stems from a scarcity mindset point of
It's
view.
yes. I've experienced that.
Yeah, I know you have experienced it as well. It's
Yes.
a key point of things.
Yeah.
And in that, when you're in that space of mind, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to think that, oh, if I don't close this client, then
Yes. There might not be another one.
yeah, exactly. And I think it's scarcity. I have a few theories as to why that happens, but
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into depth into that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I came to understand that it's mostly about me, and I changed my approach because today I think of uh, I know how I'm going to survive today. I know I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to survive tomorrow. So whether I close this client or not, it doesn't matter to me. If I close them, that's good. More revenue, a happier client. I get to solve somebody's problem. That's another title under my belt. But if I don't get this client, or if we are not suitable for each other, then it's still fine. I mean, I'll still be okay. And that's why we have a lot of calls. We call them the strategy calls. The first one that we'll have, which somebody can request via our website, is a discovery call where we have a 15 to 30 minutes consultation, just to understand what exactly they want.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do strategy calls because it's important for us to understand whether this client is suitable for us as much as we should be suitable for them.
Yeah.
So if the client doesn't, first of all, trust the process, doesn't understand why strategy is important, it's not a very suitable client. But fortunately, we haven't experienced that in the last, I say, 3 or 4 years. Bad
Mm-hmm.
experiences with clients. We've only had smooth going forward. When we first started out in 2020, 2021,
Mm-hmm.
there are some negative experiences. But for now, we've been fortunate that we get clients who are actually looking to break beyond, the point where whatever you're doing is not going to work for you forever. You now need
You
to
need
move on to the
to.
next step.
Yeah.
A euphemism I like to use is a lemonade stand. We say if a child was to start a lemonade stand, there are certain strategies that may work for them in the short term, which could be getting pieces of paper and making cute markings with crayons and marker pens, and it's going to get them a few sales. But if they were to scale up and have a kiosk, they'll need to change their strategy and approach. And when they go from having a kiosk to now doing partnerships with brands to maybe exclusively sell their products, they'll have to take a different approach. And going on beyond that, the point where they'll now have their own manufacturing, their own brand, then they'll need to employ different strategies. So we try to work with somebody who appreciates the importance of a strategy, the importance of understanding their clients, the importance of data analytics, and all that comes into play into building a satisfactory working relationship between both of us where they're happy, we're happy, and their clients are happy too. Because at the end of the day, we're not just here to make money.
Yeah.
Uh, our key selling point is we build websites that get results because our goal is to see somebody grow their business, generate more revenue, and for us, we also would like to be happy working with him.
Yeah.
So no, I'd say I've never fired a client.